இனி உங்க சீத்திர SCV-ல சேனல் நம்பர் 67.
2.0 Skin and Laser Clinic.
2.0. Everyone knows Vijay sir personally, way he responds back to people.
He started with one truck, his journey in 1976.
Generally in biopics, people will think we are going to exactly copy them onto the screen, but here that was not the case.
So, இப்போ டக்குன்னு விஜய் சாரா மாறி can you ஒரு டைலாக் சொல்லி காட்ட முடியுமா with all those?
ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವರ ಅಪ್ಪರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋದವರ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ತಮಿಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟೀಸರ್ ಹೂಎವರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟೀಸರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ನೋ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಗೂಸ್ ಬಂಪ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಟ್ ಗೇವ್ ಮಿ ಗೂಸ್ ಬಂಪ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಸರ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಜನತೆಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ದಿನಪತ್ರಿಕೆ. Means he announces it in front of everyone, telling that to the audience,
public, right?
To the public.
Newspaper.
No, he doesn't even. My next, venture would be newspaper. Okay. And people will be like, oh, and when sir, they both were dictating me this, I had got little goosebumps. And for that scene, especially for that scene, it has got a 2.5 page of dialogues. I was just waiting on that day like this.
Okay, your dialogue, anyone dialogue for?
There is one in the trailer. ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡದೆ ಸತ್ರೆ ಸಾವಿಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ, ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬದುಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬದುಕಿಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು.
So how happy you are? Like உங்களுடைய character, like the real Anand.
100 out of 100.
So nice. Okay, great. And finally, can we have some dialogue from you?
Kudilak neer kodli. That means, would you like to have some water?
Okay.
Yeah, so that is in that Kannada.
Right. So this year, Kannada industry ku oru marakka mudiyada oru year ah irukku because starting from KGF 2, Charlie 777, recent Kanthara, all got like great blockbuster hits. So what is pan India to you? இந்த வருஷம் நீங்க எப்படி புரிஞ்சிருக்கீங்க pan India என்ற ஒரு வார்த்தை எப்படி மாறி இருக்கு?
When you say as a pan India, we as a film team only, and like we cannot make it. It is people who has to make the film as pan India, or the lovers or the viewers of that particular cinema has to make it. For example, like see, when we started Vijayanand, we started it in a language like Kannada. But at the time when we were shooting the cinema, there were people like friends like you who suggested us, they said us, do one thing, this is a good film, like VRL is a household company, everyone knows about this company. Why is that you people are restricting it only to Kannada? So then we said, okay, then we'll do it in Kannada, Tamil, Telugu and Malayalam. We released the teaser. Then, we got a very good response from Mumbai. We got a lot of calls from Mumbai telling that, we'll support you, do it in Hindi. So that's how it became. And see, cinema doesn't have any language barrier. See, for example, like ನಮ್ಮ ರೋಜಾ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಗುರು ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಯ್ಯೋ these are all films, like they pan India ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಆಗಿರೋದು.
It's almost like before 25 years on pan India movies கொடுக்கறாங்க. Sir, in contrast to the movie, it's going to be really a surreal feeling for you because now we are in contrast to the movie, now we are with your father, with your mother and yourself.
You yourself.
So how does it feel, sir?
Going good, going great. This is even though if you give us a sleeping tablet, we can answer all your questions. 10 days continuously
continuous promotion.
So like non-stop we are addressing our dear friends, media friends. So all the media support is great. Media friends are supporting. Thank each every one of you, including you. So like as a journey goes, from can I?
Yes, sure, sir.
So this movie has been from 1950 when my father birth. So it has been captured up to 2015, 2016, and he started with one truck his journey in 1976. Yeah, when he was a 26-year boy. Then later on, up to 1990, 91, able to reach about 100 vehicles. And 91, 92, onwards, I also get into business with him along with my father, almost full time. Like even though I am graduated 96 from Hubli, okay. And then the journey goes. Today, happy to say more than 5,000 commercial vehicles in the company. largest fleet. Then 1,600 vehicle this year we are adding. In Chennai we have 27 places our offices in proper Chennai. Tamil Nadu more than 150 places we have our presence. Nook and corner of Tamil Nadu we have traveled, and like being ours being a hub and spoke model. So more than 1,050 branches we have all over India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And more than 20,000 the employee. Their contribution is amazing in the growth of the company. So that's how a lot of demand was there from the public, customers, relations, like make a book, biography book on my dad.
Okay.
So that's how then our director madam, Rishika madam and Nihalji approached about 30 months back with proper homework, and they were scheduled for one 30-40 minutes meeting with my father, which went up to 9 hours. And night I got a call from my dad saying these people have approached, or would you be interested in getting into film industry? So that's how I was very excited and passionate about the industry.
Okay, that's really great, sir. It justifies the word. Just not an empire, it's a legacy, seriously. Sir,
Vijayanand means Vijay is my father and Anand. Together it is Vijayanand. That's how.
So how does it feel? Being a shooting spot, will you go to the shooting spot and see how the real Vijayanand is acting and how real? How it was?
In fact, 8-9 people proposal I had got earlier. But when I got this one outlook and the personality, and I just went with him. He has worked very well in the movie. Has
So
done.
is it like it's only about the characteristics, or even you should follow his body language, the way he speaks, everything you should follow? Is it like that?
Actually, no. The thing is, Rishika ma'am told to observe him, and I wanted to meet him personally. He is a very busy man. He works 365 days in a year. So I got an opportunity to meet him, and that really helped me. I got some time to spend with him. After that, Rishika ma'am told me, just observe, Anand sir, and you start telling yourself that if you were Anand sir, how would you react? And she gave me the liberty to act, and suppose if there was a scene, and she used to let me perform. If she was not happy, then she used to say, okay, this is not the thing, I want some changes on this part. So that was it, and it was very, I was feeling very comfortable on the sets.
How he has performed similarly, Siri madam. So 15-16 photos I had rejected, because every day evening myself, Nihalji and director madam, we used to have at least 1 hour con call minimum every day on each and every small items. So they have put in lot of put in lot of efforts to bringing to this level. So when Siri madams came, then I showed my mother also. She was also happy with her performance and her looks wise. So what my mother used to when those days, 40-50 years back. So that's how it all started, and all three of them have done amazingly, performed excellent. I can say.
Okay, neatly put, sir. So what are the works you have to follow to transform to the character,
So the first thing is our director Rishika ma'am was very particular that we will not be imitating the people. We will be drawing inspiration from them and putting it into the character in our own way. So on screen it will look more of an inspiration than an imitation. So that was a different thing, because generally in biopics people will think we are going to exactly copy them onto the screen, but here that was not the case. And since the film is set in a different era, we had to look like we are from that era. We couldn't possibly look like how we look today or how we dress up today. So that was the first thing. And again, there a lot of research and homework had been done by the team. So when you see the song, or when you watch, see the poster and watch the song, so many people tell me that at the first glance they can't make out it's me. So I completely take it as a compliment, because as actors that is how we want to look. Even in fact Bharat for that matter, or Nihal sir for that matter, we all look very different. And one more thing is, this is set in the stories from North Karnataka, which is Hubli and Dharwad, that side. And there the Kannada we speak is of a different dialect. So different places have different dialects to it. So this is again a different thing. My roots are from there, but I was not used to conversing in that language. So we did a workshop for that, all of us. And so we did a workshop for that. That helped us. And one more thing that I faced mentally, what was challenging to me was the relatability quotient to the character. Because Lalita ma'am was a very strong pillar of strength to Vijay sir, and she was a solid woman, taking care of the house and raising children. And somewhere we belonging to this generation girls, we don't have that kind of a mindset. We are not that family oriented. We don't have that much of family values. So for me to personally get into that side of emotion was a little bit challenging. But again, I think the process was eased out by the entire team and the director. I spoke to my mother, I spoke to Lalita ma'am herself. She gave me a lot of inputs, and she, more than input, she told me the story from her end. So that helped me to get her emotions. I could peek through what she was
what was
thinking.
the most shocking moment, like during Lalita ma'am explains about her past life and what are the struggles she has crossed? So what is the most shocking one to you?
There are so many like that. There are so many challenging moments in her life where even she was feeling low, but I'm sure she couldn't express it so that sir doesn't get affected, and she wanted to be the strength. And one such incident that they always, even Vijay sir was mentioning in our audio launch, was he would come back home at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night, and he would go again in the morning at 5. So the neighbors would hardly get to see him, and they had shifted from Gadak to Hubli to establish their business, and everybody would question, ma'am, what does he do? Is he into something illegal that we don't even get to see him? Back then in that society, to be facing that challenge on an everyday basis, still standing the test of time, I think that is something commendable. How much innocence madam portrays, equal amount of strength also she has. So I think that is beautiful about her, and I'm extremely blessed to be portraying her on screen.
ஒரு பயோகிராஃபி எடுக்கும்போது ரொம்ப கவனிக்க வேண்டிய விஷயம், லைக் நிறைய பிட்டர் ட்ரூத் விஷயங்கள் வந்து பண்ண வேண்டியது இருக்கும். இட் மை அஃபெக்ட் சம் ஒன், லைக் ரியல் லைஃப்ல இப்போ இருக்கவங்க கிட்ட வந்து சில உண்மைகள் சொல்லும் போது அவங்களை அஃபெக்ட் பண்ண வேண்டி வரும். ஸோ வாட் ஆர் த திங் நீங்கள் ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்க வேண்டிய விஷயம் என்னவா இருந்துச்சு?
See sir, any film you do, like for example when you are doing a biopic, first the thing is you should have a motto. Why is that you're doing this biopic? What is that you want to give a message to cinema, to the people? The reason why I wanted to make this film, why me and Rishika wanted to make this film on Vijay sir is inspiration. Sir's story itself is inspiring. Okay, so keeping that in mind, why is that inspiring? See, as it is written here, not just an empire, he leads a legacy. Creating, like from this man from one truck, to becoming India's largest logistics company itself is next to an impossible task, right? Not only that, he gets into travels, Vijayanand travels, which is the buses which they gave. They are number one. They get into the newspaper, which is Vijay Karnataka, number one. They get back again, Vijayvani, number one. They get back into media news channel, number one. Means that is the way how he's being setting that example, Vijay sir and Anand sir.
One more to add to it, sorry to interrupt. This anybody can do with a lot of people having money also, but this industry is highly, involvement. You need to have passion. And you need to travel.
It's highly competitive actually, every media.
Complex business, yes. And just any startup we see, like the youngsters, they give one visiting card. I have 10 office. The attitude you should see. Like this is what the trend is going on. Hope I'm not wrong.
Yeah. No sir.
So imagine 1,000+ branch connecting. Yourself sending some material, your personal thing from Chennai to Bangalore. It has to go safe, in time, at best price. Like that, daily 10,000 metric ton we handle. Lot of big industrialists, they have burnt a finger in running this and closed.
Okay.
Yeah, just for your information.
So for all these things, this itself sets an inspiration. So this was our motto when we were planning to do a film. And when you're doing a biopic, he is a living legend, Vijay sir. He's a living legend, Anand sir. So we were very keen on, it should not affect them personally. And see, when you do a biopic, first main thing for me as an actor, I have to get into the shoes of the character. Not by imitating, but by making sure that I observe him properly. And as everyone knows Vijay sir personally, okay, the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he uses pauses, the way he responds back to people, I have to think I'm Vijay. I have to tell to myself every day, I'm Vijay, I'm Vijay, I'm Vijay. Reason being, when you get into that shoes, then only you'll understand that crux. And for example, the situations what Vijay sir has faced it, okay, I used to think I am facing it myself. What would I do on that situation? Thinking I'm Vijay. That is how Rishika, she designed the character and making sure that, it will inspire people, but it will not hurt anyone's emotions. I still remember the word which Vijay sir and Anand sir had said us long back. Especially Vijay sir, he said, at the age of 18, 19, he stopped, taking grudge on people. He's like, I forgive. It's okay. What will you take back if you keep some grudge on anyone? Leave it. Means he's like, I'm always busy. He's always busy with his mind. Like usually what happens, if you scold me, my mind will be like, okay, you've scolded me. Yeah, wait, see how I'll do. But that is a difference.
But in business we perform. we show that in
business. With the work. With work he's like,
So the revenge is taken in the most, ideal way.
It is success which will always make, the people, okay, this person is doing good. And more than anything, sir, he has been an inspiration to many youth and youngsters like me in Karnataka. Okay, so it was always a very, what you can say, dream come true moment for me. So yes, living the dream.
Okay, fantastic. So seriously, like cinema has nothing to do with gender, but still I can compare this movie with Surari Pottru Varumbodhu. So they have a female director irukanga, ஒரு hero irukanga, ஒரு உண்மையான கதை எடுக்கறாங்க. So both can even Anand sir and Gopi sir அவங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையையும் கம்பேர் பண்ண முடியும். Obviously, Vijay sir and Anand sir ஓட வாழ்க்கையை. So உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு பர்சனலா நீங்க பாத்தீங்களா Surari Pottru? So how close that movie க்கும் விஜயானந்துக்கும்?
Surari Pottru is one of the beautiful films I've seen, and I'm a big fan of Surya sir especially. Surya sir, not from now, like all his films, the way dedication he is given, next level. The way he performs on screen is something else.
So what's your favorite character of Surya?
Where he is like commando. He's a
Varnamayaram.
Then I had seen it in Telugu actually. Telugu. Okay, Telugu. Varnamayaram, where he's like completely three different
shades of characters.
Yeah, that is one thing. And another one is like Vikram sir. Onion is the first Tamil film I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
this is like
Onion. I don't know how many times I've watched that.
Rampart Remo.
Yeah, and it used to, like, every time I watch it would give me goosebumps. I'm like, how this man is shifting from this to that in like fraction of a
within
second.
5 minutes he has performed almost 7 to 10 characters, different variations, all of a sudden a koodling bittu matte heng barodu.
And it was creepy to another level. You would actually get scared with the way he was doing. So I think there he's got it completely right.
So when it comes to this film again, as keeping as a reference, okay, see, Rishika or me, we cannot tell, no, we have tried to recreate. No, everything is already there. It is existed here. We have to take it reference and we have to update ourselves. When it comes to this filmmaking, we took a reference of Maniratnam sir's Guru. Okay. Iruvar. Okay. Then Surari Pottru. And Mahanati. These are the things which we took one things, and we have tried to recreate it and inculcate it in Vijayanand. Surari Pottru, obviously, it is about the man, the journey, the struggles. Here, the journey is not only in logistics. It is with the family, logistics, again, newspaper, media. That is, it's
then completing with initial public offering, IPO.
Okay.
That is actually a record. Sir, neeve helidare chanagirutte.
Like when we went public, it was like, this is in 2015. So our company got listed, what we call IPO, initial public offerings. I thank each one of the investor, with a lot of trust, their hard-earned money they put into our company. So that was oversubscribed. Our issue size, IPO issue size was only 468 crores. This has been in share market, it has been considered as a mid-size IPO, 468 crore. But the investment we got in from worldwide in the company was 35,000 crores. 74 times the issue was oversubscribed. That's a brand goodwill what as VR enjoys everywhere.
இப்போ பேன் இண்டியான்னு ஒரு படம் எடுக்கும்போது வாட் இஸ் த பட்ஜெட், அந்த கைண்ட் ஆஃப் கிராண்ட்னஸ் படத்தில் காட்டுறது எவ்வளோ முக்கியமாக இருக்கு? Does it really add some extra value?
Solid budget, good budget. So
Definitely we can see through the trailer, sir.
No, see, for any cinema, budget does not. See, the cinema will ask its budget. Okay, it depends. See, what you want, see, what you see here on screen is what is needed. Apart from this outside screen, whatever you do is luxury. Okay. So first main thing is, it depends from a cinema to cinema. There are so many examples, so many films, which have been done in a very small budget and they have, outgrown everyone. But yes, it depends from script to script, because see, here in our film we had to recreate everything from 1950s. From 1950 till 2015-16 we have come. So you just keep like every single shot which has been kept by Rishika, at least you see, like the 200 to 300 people minimum. So to manage those people on screen and behind on 400 people off screen, it's a big task.
Gopi Sundar sir is music wise
Fantastic
something
music,
different.
actually, trailer. It gives a வேற ஒரு hype கொடுத்திருக்கு உண்மையிலே.
Sir, he is a true musician, and more than anything, see, again, cinema connects from person to person, sir. He is a big music director. Big in the sense, obviously, he's a very big person. He's a national award winner. You name the awards, he has it. Yes. Okay. We are newcomers. When we went and approached, just a call, said that, sir, this is a film which we are doing, sir. Would you please, have a look at it? He just had a look at it and he called back immediately in 5-10 minutes and he's like, okay, I'm doing.
All it and fantastic, sir. So really the trailer is very promising, and உண்மையிலே it's not about the language or pan India, அந்த tag எல்லாத்தையும் தாண்டி கரெக்டான படம்னா எல்லா லாங்குவேஜ்லயும் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. So முன்னாடி ஸ்டார்டிங்ல சொன்ன மாதிரி எந்த படங்கள் இதுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய எக்ஸாம்பிள். So hope விஜயானந்த் இந்த லிஸ்ட்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணனும்ன்றதுல சந்தேகம் இல்ல. Thank you so much for your time.
All the best, sir, for your time and for your support.
கண்டிப்பா. Thank you.
Sir.
இனி உங்க சீத்திர SCV-ல சேனல் நம்பர் 67
2.0 Skin and Laser Clinic.
2.0